Pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. And he's not going to take the touchback.
Take over, 1st and 10.
Takes the handoff. It's Hemby. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
But when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hemby. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Quickly to the tight end. He smashes his way through again. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand, we got to swarm to the football because these big dudes, they break tackles and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys. Nice effort by the big fella.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Grab near the marker, it's Cooper. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Indiana.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hemby. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Runs through a tackle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
The Hoosiers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They've played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. He'll try to pop the draw. Powers through. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held them so many times, and man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality. They pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Morton. Unloads it left. Quick completion on the out. Still on his feet at the 45. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. fielded in the end zone. It's Hemby. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Texas Tech.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Catch in the middle, it's Cooper. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
Pressure coming. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Looking to throw again. The sure hands, it's Hemby. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the option. throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Gives it on the option.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
To the air, it's Morton. Oh, they're after him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Virgil. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to pass their way in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he makes the extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hemby. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on 1st down. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now on 1st down from the 28. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, as a quarterback, you know, if you put the ball anywhere near this guy, anywhere in his vicinity with his catch radius and his athleticism, he's going to be able to snag it. They weren't able to hit him in stride, but he bails his quarterback out with an awesome diving catch.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And the Hoosiers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Indiana.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Buys a little time. Blasted as he lets it go. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. What a disappointment. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Grabbed in the middle, it's Eakin. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Finds his man, it's Virgil. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Looking to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Virgil. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
That is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Hits him with a stiff arm. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Finds his tight end. Gets away from one, finds some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision.
You know, the worst thing that can happen to return men is muffing punts, fumbling it, putting on the ground, and he did it right there. He's very lucky he was able to jump on his own fumble.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Becker. There he goes. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, then go get extra yards.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll leave it with him. At midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To throw, it's Mendoza. Snagged in the middle, it's Becker.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Floating away. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field. This is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect.
Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raiders. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hemby. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the right. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hemby. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on them throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. The big plays, special teams coming through. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hemby. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Wide open downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
With the catch, it's Hemby. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. And on 2nd and short, they'll send 3 receivers wide right. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
3:25.
Looking for space. It's Hemby. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Hoosiers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. a short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Gives it on the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big. You've forced a third down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
And the Red Raiders are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Got it in the middle. It's Virgil. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the change with the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Red Raiders are threatening in the red zone. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hemby. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Hemby. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Quick strike complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
He's taking the deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance, and the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss, and Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated in all three facets on the field. This isn't just a one-solution fix. There are a lot of question marks now. They're going to be revolving around this program, and a lot of doubters now from the outside. A lot of that energy is going to start seeping in.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.